Very much. Thank you. Welcome to 2021 DEC prize giving ceremony. Hi, Eugene, and hi, everyone. You're welcome very much to this event. This is such an amazing day. We have so much ahead of us. I know we have a lot of things and activities planned ahead. My name is Lillian Kibagendi. I'll be your MC today, and I'm really excited to have you here. And before we start, I wanted us to start with the national anthem. So we could all please stand up and in honor of the Kenya national anthem. So back to you, Amon. Thank you very much for that. Welcome to the DEC 2021 prize giving ceremony. As we began, I'm your host, Lillian Kibagendi from Ikitabu, and you are very welcome. Before we start, I would just love to recognize some of the amazing people we have here. We have invited people from far and wide to join this ceremony, and they will be able to also get some time to talk to us. We have representatives from MOE. We have Sheila Luta. We have Mr. Tumaini from the Connie School. We have Solein from the French Embassy. We have Ben Stewart from IPA. We have Veronica from HI. We have Will Klaman, our CEO at Ikitabu. We have Milka from the University of Nairobi. We have different kinds of people who we have invited, and we are very happy to have you for this ceremony. Feel welcome, feel free to enjoy with us and celebrate our learners. Today is such an important day for us. We have learners with us also. We want to recognize each and every learner who participated in this activity. And also we want to celebrate the hard work they have been doing, especially during this COVID season. So because of that, we can proceed with our first session. We can do a quick prayer, and I will first introduce my co-host, who is Amelia, and then we can proceed with the next of the session.
Great, thank you very much, Lillian. As she has said, this is the DEC 2021 prize giving ceremony. I am your co-host, Emilia Awor, and I'm looking forward to an engaging session. Welcome once again, and we are very honored to have you joining us. Back to you, Lillian.
Thank you very much, Emilia. We can start with the prayer. So I think I'll do a quick prayer on our behalf. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. As we start, we pray that you may go ahead of us and that you may guide our every step. And also, as we celebrate our learners, may you reward each and every one of them for their hard work. I ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen. So thank you very much for that. And thank you, Emilia, as well. We're looking forward to an interesting session today. We have a program that is full of great news. Most of our learners talked about their experience, and our 2021 essay question was about our COVID experience, which was last year. We got to see a lot of different things. Our learners stayed home. They got to spend time with their families. Some of them have good experiences, some had hard experiences. And for us, it was an opportunity to just be able to hear them out. So on our screen is our sign language interpreter, Susan, and she will be doing, her and my colleague Meg Odogi will be doing interpretation for us. If you have any questions, you could easily just write them on the chat. And if you have any challenges, you can as well post them on the chat or raise your hand up. Also, we have the people in Facebook, and we want to say hi, welcome to this ceremony as well. You can write on the chat where you're coming from, which organization you represent, and you can write your name. So as we are going to proceed to the first item of our program, and our first speaker for the day is our captain for the DEC ship. And for 9 years, he has served as our point person for DEC. And for 2 minutes, he's going to give us a brief of what has happened with the 2021 DEC. So let us welcome the Senior Programs Manager Ikitabu, Mr. Michael Ngeno. Karibu sana.
Thank you, Lillian, for that wonderful introduction. First, I would like to say hi to everyone who has been able to join us, and to welcome everyone for this 9th digital essay competition by Ikitabu. As Lillian has mentioned, it's been a wonderful journey. So first, thank you, Ministry of Education, represented by Sheila Luta, KICD by Dr. Kimotho, APIF by Ben Stewart, Humanity and Inclusion by Veronica, welcome. The Embassy of France in Kenya, represented by Solin, and of course, our able chairman of KPA, Lawrence Njagi. Welcome, and all of you who have also joined us, the learners who are eager to know who are the winners for this year's competition. I welcome you so much. Also, the team at Ikitabu, who have worked tirelessly to make sure that this program is a success. Thank you so much. So just a brief of the program itself, where you are right, Lillian, this is the 9th Digital Essay Competition Award Ceremony by Ikitabu. It's been a wonderful journey. We have so many success stories from the program, as you may know. So this is not different. The 2021 Digital Essay Competition is a unique in its own way, and we have different highlights that I'm going to mention just a few. We have, for the first time, we have a new category, which is Arabic. In total, we've been having 7 categories, but today we are glad to have added Arabic as one of the essay competition categories. So 2021, we have been able to receive over 13,500 essays from the 235 schools across 42 counties of Kenya. And we are happy that even though, despite the challenges that were brought about by COVID-19, we were still able to get students participating in the program. I know COVID-19 brought about changes in the schedule or calendar of the school events, and students were so busy. And so for the 13,000 students to have taken part in the competition is really a good show. And I really take this chance to congratulate them and to thank the teachers and the schools who enable the students to participate. We are so happy that despite all those challenges, they were able to participate. So I know for those who are new in an event like this by Ikitabu, the digital essay competition gives an opportunity for students to give us their own reflections on how technology affects their learning. This year we didn't really say, okay, let's do a topic related to technology in education. But we said, because of the COVID-19 pandemic, let's hear their voices on how it affected them, their lives as learners. And so this year's topic was, what are the hardest or best experiences that you've had during the COVID-19 pandemic? And as you've heard, we were able to get those numbers, 13,000 essays, 9,700 coming from high school, 3,700 coming from, 9,700 coming from primary school category, and 3,700 coming from the secondary school category. This year, we are going to award close to 100 candidates who were able to excel in the essay writing. By this, I mean they were able to interpret the topic and come up with quality essays. And so today is that day where we recognize our future writers. And I'm so happy that we are all here to witness this together. And so I think that is basically briefly what this is all about. And I am welcoming you to this event. I and the team at Ikitabu, including our CEO. Thank you so much. Back to you, Lillian.
Thank you very much, Michael. And Emilia, you can take over from there.
Thanks, Lillian. Thank you, Michael, for those amazing statistics and information about DEC and participation in the DEC 2021. Indeed, the participation this year was very remarkable. As we have seen, Ikitabu has put in a lot of work to ensure this activity is successful. For the next 2 minutes, to give us an overview of what DEC means to us, let us welcome the CEO of Ikitabu and the visionary behind DEC, Will Klarman. Welcome, Will.
Thanks, Emilia. But I have to say, I think you've already heard from the visionary behind DEC. It's our colleague Michael. But me, I'm certainly, maybe I'm a cheerleader. Maybe I'm even among the chief cheerleaders, because DEC seems such an important program and such a, well, it focuses so much on the learners, but not the learners alone. Since we began DEC and started on this journey in 2013, and Michael knows best of all, DEC has become more inclusive in so many ways. First of all, including learners with disabilities, but also including children across the entire country of Kenya. All 47 counties have participated in DEC. And even during COVID-19 in 2020, we had entries from every county in Kenya, which was surprising and wonderful. This year, as Michael mentioned, with the addition of the Arabic category, DEC has become yet again more inclusive. For my part, I'm always surprised at what happens in DEC and how it really is a living network, because the teachers have become only more involved. You see the teachers that we have with us today, our friends from Likoni, and I know that there were other schools mentioned. I know we have several colleagues from Likoni, and we're happy to have friends from Mombasa, teachers, parents as well. Our friends also in the publishing world, Chairman Njagi, and any other publishers who may be with us. I know we have a lot of people on the call now, but this theme of how we make this program and how we make reading, and in this case, especially writing, learning more inclusive, and build this network that includes all children and doesn't leave anybody behind. I mean, I don't know, Michael, in your comments, did you mention that this is the first year, that we've managed to include the refugee camps of Dadaab and Kakuma. And that's, I know, Michael, you've spent some considerable time there this year, you and other colleagues as well, and Lillian for one. I guess, Lillian, that's where you got COVID, isn't it? In Kakuma, but we're very glad that you recovered well. And I mean, it's real work, certainly, that colleagues are doing to reach children in schools and out of schools. And I don't want to take long, so I just want to, first of all, I hope I'm amplifying the important points, and as you said, Amelia, the statistics Michael shared, because this number that we've now reached of almost 60,000, this 59,493, I think, Michael, is that right?
That's correct, Will.
Hey, fine, that's nice. So 59,493 to date, and over 13,000 in this year alone, even despite the COVID challenges, is an amazing 9-year journey. I mean, we have to thank, we have to show and even make sure that teachers feel our gratitude, our desire to support them and their work, and to learn together, to learn with them, with the parents, with caregivers, community members, who are all, every single essay that happens in digital essay competition has a community behind it. We know that the learner, whether the child is a primary learner or secondary, and both are included in DEC, we know that there's a community, small or large, behind them. We've seen some of those communities come to the Prizegiving in person in times past. Well, I'll finish what I'm saying here with two things. One, I want to share with you what I can say is still my favorite poem from DEC in times past. This is from Daniela Akoth in Migori, who's now a teacher herself, and she wrote some years ago, "Without the galaxy, the world is dark and dull. Technology in education, the star designing Kenyan stars, the sun inspiring the sun's visions, the moon radiating the daughter's ways. To revolutionize education, lean on technology." That's what Daniela said. And this year, from one of our Arabic entries, and I wish I had more Arabic than I do. I have only very little. But this writer said, "In every adversity, there is a seed of greater or equal fortune. And I thank Allah so much. COVID-19 is here. We learn to cope and live with the challenges as best we could." So, some of the voices, past and present, of DEC, the original voices, local voices, Kenyan voices, and we appreciate this opportunity that everyone here has helped to support and to make happen, to inspire, to encourage those original voices through this program. Amelia, back to you. Asante sana.
Thank you so much, Phil. Back to you, Lillian. Thank you.
This has been such an inspiring speech. Thank you, Will. And hearing the words and getting to call our learners writers, as they duly are, is such a big privilege to be able to be a budding ground for our future authors, our future writers. And it's something that we treasure in our hearts, and we also treasure in our minds, and we are proud of all our learners. So in the next section, we want to invite a friend of Ikitabu who has been very supportive of the work that we do. And
yeah, we are sorry for that, Inches. So Lillian and Emilia, I think they sort it out. And what Lillian was trying to say is that we are so happy to have you guys. And just to go straight into our key speaker, this is a person that we worked with in publishing industry. And we are so proud to welcome him to give his remarks. So, Bwana Lawrence Njagi, karibu sana.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, all. Nice to see you after such a long time, 1 year. Let me begin by saying a big congratulations to the Ikitabu team and the competitors, people who took part in the competition. Indeed, it's been 1 year of a lot of uncertainty, but I'm happy to see that certainly we held the digital essay competition. Normal times, this would have been held at the Nairobi International Book Fair, I think on Friday, if I'm not wrong. That's when we used to do it on Friday morning. And it had become a very important calendar event for all publishers. We certainly will be going back to the Nairobi International Book Fair come next year, God willing, and we'll be very happy once again to host and invite Ikitabu and the DEC program. Not saying much, the program, I'm happy first of all to note that it has taken on another language, Arabic. That is indeed a very welcome inclusion. I would like to challenge the Ikitabu team because digital writing is versatile and can be accessed through various formats. Now that you have included Arabic, one of the biggest challenges we have in Kenya and in Africa in general is the dying local languages. And I think the space of DEC can now include local languages, or what we call in Kenya national languages, so that we capture these disappearing languages and ensure that our children continue learning and talking in our local languages. It is always best to express yourself in your local language first before learning on or taking on other foreign languages. Secondly, I'm extremely thrilled that the DEC program has continuously produced writers. This, for publishers, this is critically important because writers are our raw materials. These are the people that really we depend on for content. And the program has continuously rolled out quite a number of incredible young writers who we hope to nurture the talent going further. And I do hope that we do not leave it at whoever wins or whoever loses, we don't leave it at there, that we can connect these young writers to various publishing houses so they can see their work can come to light. I'm equally very happy that this program has encompassed all. It has not left anybody behind, including children with learning disabilities. This is critically important in the current educational dispensation, and we would like to encourage that this continues going forward. I just want to say once more, congratulations for the team. I know the work of judging is not easy. I know the work of going through the various manuscripts sent to you is not easy, but I'm happy that you have continuously rolled out this program. You can always count on the support of KPA to ensure that we are your partners and shall continue supporting this program going forward. So kudos team, and whoever wins, I would like to take the early opportunity to congratulate them. And remember, we are all winners. the fact that you took part is the first step of winning. So pat yourself at the back, whether today you emerge the winner or not. In case we do not talk again, I would like to wish you an early Merry Christmas to all of you. And I'm sure we'll be talking in the new year. Thank you very much, and kudos eKitabu team.
Thank you, Mr. Njagi. We really appreciate your support and we don't take it for granted. Thank you very much. And because of that, we can proceed to our first category, and we are very excited to have our first category of winners, which is the Kiswahili category. And from what we have heard today, it is very important to recognize our learners, and it's very important to appreciate the work they do, so we can keep on supporting our learners. So our first category is the primary school Kiswahili category, and we have different learners who participated and won. And we will start with the first group of learners. We have Samson Kirwa from Keynote School in Uasin Gishu, who's our grand prize winner. We can all celebrate him. Our second winner, who's the first runners-up in this category, is Ivy Melody Chepkoech from SEK St. Paul Sertud Primary in Kericho. We have Daisy Isangara from St. Don Bosco Special School in Kakamega, who's our second runners-up. We have Helen Juma Alwar Mixed Primary School in Siaya, who's our third runners-up. And then we have Valerie Kowech from Lions Primary School in Nakuru, who's our fourth runners-up. And for our sixth position, we have Oteba Collins from Panokal Primary School in Trans Nzoia. We celebrate you, and for those who are on camera, we can give them their, so we can proceed to our next category.
Great. Thank you so much, Lillian, and indeed many congratulations to our winners in the primary level. And now the winners for the DEC 2021 Kiswahili category, secondary level, are Albert Muka Elar from Lodwar Boys High School, who is the grand prize winner. And we have Obare Sherry Nyanchera from Alliance Girls High School, who is the first runner-up. We have Koech Marion from Bunyore Girls High School, who is the second runner-up. Ruby Nelly Mwendwa from St. Mary's High School, who is the third runner, Kari Secondary School, who is Amundi from Kiini Secondary. We'd like to tell all our learners here that we want to appreciate you and to let you know that we really recognize and appreciate the effort and hard work that you have put into this endeavor. And we wish to inform everyone that all the results are also available in all our social media platforms. You can visit any of them to view all the winners and the finalists. Back to you, Lillian. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Amelia. One other thing that we want to recognize is that this is a network of people who we are working with. And we also want to recognize at this point all the teachers who are present. I can see Mr. Tumaini, I can see Madam Amina from Likoni Visually Impaired, and we have all the teachers who have been supporting us, both in Kakuma, Dadaab, in Nairobi, and the rest of the country. We value your work and we value everything you do in order to empower our learners to be good writers and good content creators. So for our next session, we have a speaker who is also a friend to Ikitabu. The French embassy in Kenya have continuously supported DEC, specifically the French category. And this is in order to allow our learners to be empowered not only with our local languages, which are valuable, also with our international languages like French. So we welcome you, Madam Soline, so that you can be able to give your regards from the French embassy.
Hello, everyone. Hello, my name is Solène Fournier, and I'm glad to give a speech and represent the French embassy. Congratulations for all the winners. I hope you are really all proud of yourselves. You achieved a lot. So now I'm currently volunteering for an NGO in Kiambu and also working for the French embassy as a coordinator of French Resources Center. And the partnership between the embassy and Kitabu has really developed, and it has helped us in many ways. Thanks to this partnership, we were able to distribute 20 tablets all over Kenya and to promote French with ebooks. And this tablet and all the other initiatives that we have with this partnership with Ikitabu are a step further for the development of education in a big way. And it also gave access to books for French students and allow them to improve the knowledge of French language. We are really glad to support and work with Ikitabu because we share the values of promoting education and self-development and giving opportunities. So I'm glad to be a part of this event, and I hope I will be able to follow it for the further years coming. It's a great initiative, and it will allow many kids to find a purpose and to be a part of something. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Soline. It's such a pleasure to work with you and such a pleasure to be able to distribute the devices to our learners. Our next category, and we'll be moving between our speeches, and also we'll be able to recognize our partners as we go along, and we'll be inviting them to speak to us. And we have the next category, which is the English category. And we have our learners who participated, and we wanted to recognize the first category in this section, which is the primary school learners. And we want to start with Caleb Abundance from Thika Road Christian School, Nairobi, who's the grand prize winner in this category. Mega as the first runners-up. We have Tamara Juliet Awino from Aluwar Mixed Primary School in Siaya as the second runners-up. And then we have Talia Masika from Kitale School. Trans Zoya, who's the third runners-up. And we have Margaret Faith from Medulla Academy in Siaya as the fourth runners-up. And we have Galgano Shanice Nafuna from Holy Family Misihu Bungoma as the sixth position. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you, Lillian. It's such an honor to be able to celebrate with these learners who have been able to emerge winners. And still in the same category of English, we are going to announce winners in the secondary level. And for the grand prize winner, we have Abdallah Kalela from Aga Khan High School. For the first runner-up, we have Kazungu Fadili Chai Jepwa from Maranda High School. For the second runner-up, we have Angela Wanjiku Gitoya from the Kenya High School. And for the third runner-up, we have Jerry Grace from Loreto High School, Matunda. For the fourth runner-up, we have Mugambi Nelly Karuisia from the Kenya High School. And in the 6th position, we have Odhiambo Felix Valentine from Maranda High School. Many, many congratulations to you, our dear learners. Back to you, Lillian.
Thank you. Let's give our learners the flowers they deserve. We congratulate you. Thank you very much for the hard work and thank you for the good work you're doing. In the next section, we have a good friend of ours from HI. HI is an organization that we have partnered in the past 1 year, and we have successfully implemented few activities in both Dadaab and Kakuma camp. We appreciate the support they have been giving us, as well as the teachers and learners in Kakuma. And to give us a brief overview of the work we are doing with them in the MasterCard project, we have Veronica representing humanity and inclusion. Karibu sana, Veronica, and we appreciate the work we are doing with humanity and inclusion.
Thank you so much, Lillian. I'm Veronica Wangoi, working at HI. So as Lillian has said, HI is an NGO which is situated in Dadaab, Kakuma, and Nairobi. So we are implementing a MasterCard funded project together with Kitabu. So Kitabu has been supporting us to capacity build the learners, we have teachers, we have the community workers, and also the parents on digital learning. They've also been helping us in producing materials. Those are the learning and educational digital materials, which include textbooks and storybooks for children with disabilities, which are in accessible formats. These include sign language for the children with hearing impairments, and also for learners with visual impairments and those with intellectual impairments. So these materials have been helpful. In regards to the camp, it's very diverse. We have people of all diversities. So they've tried to make the materials very accessible and representing all the accessible formats for people in regards to age, their gender, and the disabilities they have. So in 2021, we had the DEC competition in Dadaab and in Kakuma, which was graced by the donor together with UNHCR, and then we had other NGOs in the camps. So we had a total of around 808 learners who participated in the competition. In Dadaab, we had 118 learners, but in Kakuma, we had a higher number. We had 690 learners. So out of these, we had learners with and without disabilities. So in the from the results, we had 21 winners in Dadaab and in Kakuma, and we had 15 finalists who were awarded. So for us, we'll continue to conduct awareness because we require a lot of awareness on the DEC because it was a new concept to us, and we hope that maybe come next year we will have a very big representation from the DAB and Kakuma and also the host community around here. Then I appreciate at least we brought about the Arabic because in the DAB we find that Arabic is a lesson that is taught. So maybe next year we still hope we'll have a very big representation on the Arabic compositions and essays. So I congratulate all the learners who participated countrywide, and I wish you all the best. For the winners, congratulations, and for those who attempted and took part, it was a good thing, challenging yourself, and I wish you all the best in future. Thank you so much. Back to you, Lillian.
Thank you, Veronica, for that. We really, really appreciate the work we do. I know most of you are wondering at this point, when we talk about grand prize winner, we talk about the runners-up, we talk about the finalists. What are they getting? So we have amazing prizes which will be taken to the learners in the schools. And we have for the first prize winner who will be getting a scholarship award. We have computing devices for some of the winners who are the runners-up. We also have certificates recognizing all the learners' achievements. And then last but not least, we have the gift hampers and public recognition. We also have the names on the website and on our social media platforms. You can check to see for your name. And also we'll be reaching out to the schools after this ceremony so that we can be able to receive your gifts. Congratulations. So without further ado, we have to keep awarding more learners because that is what we are here to do, and it's what has brought us here today. And so we will go to our special needs category, and we will start with the DEC deaf learner categories, and we will start with the primary KSL category videos. And we have two winners. We have the grand prize winner and we have the first runners up. And that is Stella Ushindi from St. Martin Mumias Primary School in Kakamega, who's our grand prize winner. We have Eflin Award, who is going to at some point pray for us, from Ebukuya Primary School for the Deaf from Vihiga. Congratulations, Stella and Eflin. And then the second category is the secondary KSL videos. And then we have Muhindi Thambi from Kambui Secondary School for the Deaf as a grand prize winner. And we have Alvin Gaira from St. Clair Ebukuya Secondary School for the Deaf as the first runners up. Congratulations to our secondary KSL learners. We also have in the deaf learners category, which is the primary art, and we have primary school hearing impaired, the art category, and we have Ebukuya School for the hearing impaired, represented by Ezekiel Boaz, who's the grand prize winner, and we have Clyde Ochieng from Nina Special School in Siaya as the first runners up. Congratulations.
Wow, thank you, Lillian. And still in the same special needs education category, we have more winners in the deaf learners category. And for the winners in the secondary art category, we have Adrian Agesa Amadi from St. Clair Ebukuya Secondary School, who is the grand prize winner. We also have Emma Chance Naboro from the same St. Clair Ebukuya Secondary School for the Deaf, who is the first runner-up. We also have in the primary school category for the written essay, the grand prize winner, who is Meshach Otieno from Nina Special Primary School. And we also have Nelson Onyango from the same Nina Special Primary School, who is the first runner-up. Still in the same category of special needs education, we have deaf learners in the secondary level who won the written category prize. And we have Mohammed Farah Ahmed from Twakal Secondary School, who is the grand prize winner. He's actually the one and only grand prize winner, and we congratulate you, Mr. Mohammed. Back to you, Lillian. Thank you.
Congratulations. And I think something amazing to note is that Mohammed Farah Ahmed is representing Tawakal Secondary School in Dadaab camp. So congratulations, Mohammed, for that. That is good performance. And we appreciate the effort that is being done to also include our refugee learners who have special needs. We will also now proceed to the visually impaired special needs category, and we will present some awards to the Braille Primary School level. And our first winner in that category is Karen Kazungu from Kibo School for the Blind in Kisumu, who's our grand prize winner. We have Javan Owino from Kibo School from the Blind Kisumu, who's our first runners up. And we have Aisha Amir Said from the Salvation Army Likoni School from the Blind in Mombasa, who's our second runners up. Our next category is the visually impaired race. Thank you, Madam Amina. I know you're proud of your learners. We are proud of them as well. We'll also go to the next, which is the primary school written category. And we have Philip Karani Sylvester from the Salvation Army Likoni School from the Blind in Mombasa as the grand prize winner. And we have Dominic Ogino from Kibo's School for the Blind in Kisumu as our first runners up. I know this is an amazing category, and we appreciate our learners. Thank you, Madam Amina, for the work you're doing in Likoni School for the Blind, and also we have Madam Caroline in Kibo School for the Blind. Good job, and we are looking forward to the other categories. Back to you, Emilia.
Thank you, Lillian. Still in the same category, we have winners in the visually impaired Braille for the secondary school level in art and written. And for the Braille, we have the grand prize winner, who is Jacob Werema from Thika High School for the visually impaired. And also in the same secondary category, for the art category, we have one grand prize winner, who is Sylvester Samaito from the same Thika High School for the visually impaired. And just to remind us once again, the prizes that we are giving to all our winners, we have scholarship awards, we have computing devices, we have certificates recognizing the achievements, we have prizes to all the winners, gift hampers, and also they'll have public recognition. So many, many, many congratulations to our winners and those that are yet to be mentioned. Back to you, Lillian.
Thank you very much, Emilia. At this point, we will take a brief break, and we will have like a water break where we can go and just relax a bit and get to interact. You can interact in the chat as well and give congratulations to the learners that have been mentioned. We can also have some of the slides, or some of us access the names of our finalists, which are online as well. So kindly give us a 5-minute break as we get to see the names of our learners who have won, and we get to relax for a second. Thank you, and back to you, Amon. Thank you, and welcome back to our session. Thanking us of DEC 2021, and we are proud and note for the teachers that note that we will also be recognizing our teachers as well. They will be receiving hampers and certificates as well. We have worked with them this year in different trainings, and it has been such a pleasure. So before we introduce our next speaker, who's Ben Stewart from APIF, Will wanted to also come and just give his congratulations to the speakers and introduce our next speaker. Welcome, Will.
Thank you, Lillian. And I just want to note, Ben is aware of this, but welcome Ben, welcome International Publishers Association and Africa Publishers Innovation Fund. Recently we were very happy to be included in the Sharjah International Book Fair at the invitation of the International Publishers Association and their president, Princess Budur Al-Qasimi of Sharjah. I want the colleagues and also the learners on this call and their families to know that at the Sharjah International Book Fair, we presented to Princess Budur a printed copy of the winning Arabic essay from this year's competition. So we were very happy to present that essay in Arabic to Princess Budur Al-Qasimi in person in Sharjah, and we're very grateful. I'm very grateful personally too for being included in that amazing event. I know Lawrence Njagi was there and other colleagues from KPA, but it was really inspiring to see that at 10 p.m. there were still children and families doing events together at the book fair. And in fact, Abdul Razak, the Zanzibari Nobel laureate, the new Nobel laureate in literature from Zanzibar, he was scheduled to speak at 9:30. That was the beginning of his speech, and everybody was still there. So Lawrence, I think it sets a high bar for what we can do in the Nairobi International Book Fair in 2022, but higher, right? Higher and higher. So With that, Ben, welcome. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you for your collaboration, your support, and your vision.
Thank you, Will. That's very nice of you to say, and I will certainly convey your kind words to Bador next time I speak to her. We speak on a very frequent basis, so she'll be very, very glad to hear that, I'm sure. I just want to say thank you very much for inviting me today. It's a real privilege to be part of this digital essay competition prize giving. I'll just introduce myself briefly. Ben Stewart. I manage the Africa Publishing Innovation Fund, which is known as the APIF. Some call us APIF. And the APIF is a partnership between Dubai Cares, which is a philanthropic organization based in the UAE, United Arab Emirates, and the International Publishers Association, or IPA, which represents publishers internationally from its headquarters here in Geneva, Switzerland, where I am currently. Every year, the APIF gives around $200,000 US dollars to African projects, that's homegrown projects with an impact locally in a range of different areas, including literacy, education, indigenous language promotion, and libraries. In 2020, we invited ideas for ways to help African students continue learning even as their schools were closed amid the pandemic and while they were locked down at home. And we were thrilled to be able to support Ikitabu's proposal to work directly with educational publishers to enrich the remote learning experiences of more than 9 million students and teachers through their accessible digital learning materials. And we have watched with great admiration and growing affection as Ikitabu, Will and the team have delivered on this project with professionalism, efficiency, and integrity. At the APIF, we do what we do because the world needs to hear African stories told in authentic African voices. And we believe that the time to make this happen is now. There's growing evidence that the world has recently woken up to the fact that African storytelling culture is one of the continent's great resources, yet somehow it remains relatively inaccessible to the outside world. And we want to do something about that. So on behalf of the International Publishers Association, Dubai Cares, and the APIF, please accept my heartfelt congratulations to the winners, the runners-up, and everybody who entered this year's competition. Please keep writing, keep learning, and keep expressing yourselves through your creativity. Just keep telling your stories because they're important, and there's a huge audience out here that wants to hear them. Asante sana.
Thank you, Ben, for that inspiring speech. And it's true, our African voices, especially the voices of our African children, is an important voice in the world platform. And I will invite Emilia to give awards for the next category. Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Lillian. Thank you, Ben. It's great to know the great work that you're doing and the contribution that you are making even in achieving these great goals in education in today's world. Indeed, your work is bearing fruits, and we are very grateful and delighted to be working with you. And now to take us on to the next group of awards, we have the winners in the art category for the primary level, and the grand prize winner for the art category in primary school is Lamek Wamalwa from, let me take that again. We have Lamek Wamalwa from Milimani Primary School, who is the grand prize winner. We have Nazra Kasim from Kitale School Primary, who is the first runner-up. And in the secondary school for the art category, we have Ontario Michael Wangila from Jamhuri High School, who is the grand prize winner. We also have Emmanuel Mbiri from the same school, Jamhuri High School, who is the first runner-up. And we also have Claire Cherotich from Kipsigis High School, who is the second runner-up. Many congratulations to our dear winners. Yep, and now for the next session, I'd like to bring to us My apologies for that hiccup. Indeed, sometimes you cannot control this technology hitches, but it is well. I believe you're moving on well and you're all having a good time here. So I'd like to bring to us our next speaker, Madam Elizabeth Ngare, who is the head teacher from Likoni Visually Impaired School for the Visually Impaired, to say something about one of the winners from her school. Welcome, Madam Elizabeth.
Hello, everyone. I must say that I'm a very happy mother to have the grand winner for English. And my happiness is because I admitted this learner in the institution in 2017 when he had lost speech and also had lost one eye out of inoculation. This learner was communicating through writing since he didn't know sign language, yet he had also lost an eye from a regular school. I'm happy because Ikitabu is showing us that such learners deserve even the winning through our hands. Philip is now one of my candidates, and I have a lot of hopes in him that he's going to do well. But Ikitabu has celebrated him even before. So we are very happy in the institution that your partnership is a pillar of encouragement to our learners. And surely every learner is now going to participate in this essay. And at the end of the day, we create good writers. I want to say thank you for that. And we are even glad that we invited the parent to watch him receive this, the guardian that he stays with, which is another story. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Madam Elizabeth. Indeed, it's very great to hear from you. Yeah, we are very honored to have you joining us. Thank you so much. And now we'd like to move on to the next category and announce our winners and award more of our learners. And this is the French category. And I'm going to announce the grand prize winner from the primary school level, who is Mukolwe Zawadi from Kitengela International School. We also have the first runner-up, who is Natalie. Natalie from Lokita. Just a minute, let me get my pronunciation right. I'm sorry about that. Let me just pronounce that right. Yes, we have Natalie from Lokitaung Primary School in Turkana, who is the first runner-up. And in the secondary school level from the French category, we have Anyona Jack Fidel from Jampuri High School, who is the grand prize winner. We also have Shaleta Amondi from St. Albert Girls High School, Ulanda, who is the first runner-up. And we have Onyimbo Charlene Salome from Bunyore Girls High School, who is the second runner-up. Many, many congratulations to our dear learners. And now we'd also like to announce winners in the German category. And in the primary level, we have Gloria Wakoli from Film School in Bungoma, who is the grand prize winner. And we also have the secondary school category in the same German category, Arlene Nyaduko Mochoge from Loreto High School Matunda, who is the grand prize winner. And we have Jogu Valentine Wanjiru from Kenya High School, who is the first runner-up. We are very delighted to have this opportunity to celebrate with you, our learners, and we really appreciate and recognize the great effort that you have put into this. Indeed, many, many, many congratulations. Back to you, Lilian.
Thank you, Emilia, and congratulations to our learners for participating in these interesting categories. And today, to present our last category, which is the Arabic, We want to celebrate our learners who participated in this new category, and we feel that you have done an amazing job and we're looking forward to more participation as well. And our winners in the primary category, we have a grand prize winner and the name is Gamaharo Hadija Hassan from Daku Primary School in Tana River. Congratulations. And from the secondary Arabic category, we have Mohammed Khalif Noor from Mandera Secondary School, who's the grand prize winner. We can have an applause for all our winners. Congratulations. And for all of us in the camera with flowers. Congratulations, you have done an amazing, amazing job. And to introduce our keynote speaker, I want to invite my colleague, Emilia.
Thank you very much, Lillian. We are very delighted to have all our winners and all our learners receiving awards. And just to remind you once again, we will have the results posted in our various social media platforms, and you can always visit there to see all the winners and all the results. And just to remind us once again of the gifts that we are going to be giving to our winners, we have scholarship awards, we have computing devices, we have certificates to recognize the achievements, we have gift hampers, and they'll also be receiving public recognition. And I'd also like to let us know that the teachers of these learners who have won are also recognized and appreciated, and they'll also be receiving gifts as the learners will also be awarded. We thank our teachers so much. Indeed, this work could not be achieved without your effort, your support, and all the good work that you put into the lives of these great learners. Many, many congratulations and many thanks to our teachers. And now to bring to us our keynote speech, I'd like to bring to us a friend to Ikitabu who has supported the work we do in numerous ways. Let us welcome the Ministry of Education Directorate of Special Needs Education, that is MOE DSNE, who is Sheila Luta. Welcome, Sheila.
Thank you so much. I know it's on a very cold evening across the country. I am so glad to participate in this. I have seen this competition grow from the very beginning when we launched at Kise up to now, and I want to celebrate Ikitabu. Ladies and gentlemen, this evening I am happy to be making remarks on behalf of the Director, Ministry of Education, Directorate of Special Needs, that is Mr. Frederick Ocheng Haga. Kindly receive his greetings. My name is Sheila Luta. I work in the Ministry of Education, Directorate of Special Needs Education, as an officer in charge of inclusive education, ICT integration in education, and that entails assistive devices technologies, and also in charge of partnerships that involve ICT integration and STEM career progression for learners and trainees with disabilities. So I am so glad this afternoon, and I want to say hongera Ikitabu kwa kazi nzuri ambayo mmeendelea kuifanya. We are so happy as a directorate and the ministry at large for the way Ikitabu has collaborated with us to front the discussion on inclusivity, not just in the physical environment of learning, because most of the time when most people talk about inclusivity, people talk about ramps, classrooms, adapted toilets. Very few people talk about content. And now even the co-curricular activities, the extra activities that the regular learners participate in. Most of the time you find that learners with disabilities are normally left out of these activities. So I want to say thank you so much. I want to congratulate our teachers. Teachers are facilitators for great work. I have seen so many of my friends in this meeting, and I want to thank you. I want to thank the students the learners for the work they have done, for the thinking that was behind. And even in the shadows, I want to believe that parents were involved. In CBC, we are really fronting for parental participation. So I want to thank you so much for the achievement that we have made, realizing that we have targeted over 59,000 students, over 2,000 teachers, about 1,300 schools, and about 13,000 other stakeholders, including myself. I'm a beneficiary of this particular activity. So I want to thank you so much. And I want to say that the Directorate has partnered with eKitabu on very many occasions, and we have achieved great milestones. One of the biggest achievements that we made was to collaborate with KICD and other stakeholders in the development of the accessible digital textbook that is currently uploaded on the Kenya Education Cloud, and that is the grade 1 textbook for environmental studies and also the nutrition and hygiene learning areas. I want to say, eKitabu, you have done as well. We have participated through support from UNESCO to create awareness on the Marrakesh Treaty, on having copyright laws changed to allow adaptation of available and published information for persons with print disabilities. And I want to say that is good. We have also partnered in many other issues. I participated in the digital essay competition planning and even report writing as an observer for the Directorate and the Ministry, and I can say we have done good work. We also thank eKitabu for including parents, caregivers in most of the activities. We have had the Family of the Year Awards, we have had the Parent of the Year Awards, Teacher of the Year Awards, and now we are even planning to do a very big e-readiness survey across the country for SNE schools. Without taking so much, I want to say that eKitabu, we are so proud of you. We are so proud of what you're doing. And to my big brother, Will, my big brother, my boss, my chief advisor, we want to say that we are happy for the work that is going on. And together with the team, Masi Kirui, Musioki, and the rest. I also want to thank people who have worked behind scenes to make sure that this consultative process works. And I want to say that we pray that this will continue and that we'll continue working, not just as friends, but also as professionals to make real-time solutions and interventions for our learners and trainees with disabilities. I may have so much that I can say, but I want to say that enough has been said and more can be seen more than the words we can speak. So thank you so much. We still promise to work with you, eKitabu and the rest of the stakeholders, together with our teachers and our students and our parents, to make inclusive education real and practicable in Kenya. Thank you so much, and congratulations to the winners for the day. God bless you so much. Asante.
Thank you very much, Sheila. It's such an honor to have you grace our occasion this day. And indeed, we are very grateful that you have partnered with us, you have worked with us, and you have greatly worked with eKitabu even to realize the goals of achieving better education for our learners. And just to mention to us that tomorrow, Sheila will be receiving an award from the Reimagine Ed, which is about reimagining African education from the Mative Group. Congratulations in advance, Sheila, and we'll sure be there to support you. And now moving on, I'd like to introduce to us Mr. John Kimodo, and it's with great pleasure that I bring him to us. He is a very good friend of eKitabu and has been a great support for DEC for the last 9 years. He is a champion and thought leader in educational media in East Africa, and he is also the Director of Educational Media at the Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development, and leads the country in educational media for levels. Let us welcome the Senior Deputy Director, KICD, Mr. John Kimodo. Welcome, sir.
Hello. Thank you for that welcome. And I also want to join everyone by congratulating Sila for the award that she is receiving, but even more importantly, the award winners for the digital essay competition. Allow me to apologize for getting in this late. I'm actually in a classroom as a student. I'm doing some course called project management for the projects that are supported by development partners. I'm in the Eastern Africa Management Institute in Arusha. Now, from my end is to really appreciate everyone who has kept this journey, but even more importantly, to make an appreciation and recognition that this year, 13,000 plus submissions marks the level of integration and the level of penetration that the digital essay competition has reached. If you look back the 9 years where we have come from, and then you also look at the curriculum and curriculum implementation area, you will see the alignment and the correlation between the development in digital literacy and the national digital essay competition. Let's just have a minute and just look at the way the curriculum is put and digital literacy being a core competence and running across from grade 1 all the way to grade 12, the preparation for that is in place. That in every subject, in every learning area, there is issues of how do you operate devices, how do you create using devices, and how do you share with the devices? And this, to me, has a span through to the teaching world, where you find teachers thinking about how to use technology in the classroom, technology in teaching and learning, ICT in teaching and learning. And then the provision has gone even further to mark that in the education arena in Kenya. All devices can be used for education, what we call the neutrality of devices and the scalability, that every digital content can be actually accessed using any digital device. Looking at all those and the universality of the operating system means that any digital device is suitable for education. And the technology that you have is actually the best technology for you at that moment. This is how I experienced when I was going through the essays. And I could see those who are using the mobile phones, who used a combination of the mobile phone and radio, and who were also able to bring together a number of those technologies and used them for learning. We want to agree on a few things today going forward, that looking at the 13,000 plus people who submitted their essays, it means that in terms of awareness, we are actually in the numbers of millions. And then it also implies that in utilization, we are reaching those levels. And therefore, it is my appeal that we will go to that other level of saying, we want to bring two things together, that there is a teacher-student relationship in curriculum delivery in education. There's also a technology and learner relationship in curriculum delivery. If you add the two together in terms of increasing and decreasing ratios, what I mean is when things are good, like the way they are good, then the teacher-learner relationship in curriculum delivery is higher than the learner-technology relationship in education. And then when COVID and other pandemics strike, then as we reduce the teacher-learner relationship in education, we increase the learner-technology relationship in education. And that way, then we are going to build resilient education systems. To our learners who did submit their essays from primary and from secondary, is to encourage you and tell you that digital is the way to go. There's little you can do in agriculture or even in trade without embracing digital. And therefore, the thinking you are having now and the practice you are having now using digital is creating your future, is creating the future for all of us as Kenyans. and therefore feel encouraged and be the leaders in your area. Ensure that you also bring somebody along with you in terms of utilization of digital devices in education, in terms of using the same digital devices in sharing information and getting more information. That way then we are preparing ourselves for that future that is waiting for us, and incidentally that is already present with us. With those remarks, again, I take this opportunity to congratulate eKitabu for again arranging this for us, for allowing the entire country to interact and be able to share the experiences. And that also from the learners, I also want to congratulate you and tell you that it was so important you were able and you agreed to tell us what you did, to share your own experience. That was kind from you. And that these experiences put together are what we want to put in our eKitabu magazine so that we can share those experiences going forward and it can take our country forward. Be encouraged. We are building a Kenya that we are proud of. And to all of you, congratulations. May God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kimwapo. Thank you for that inspiring speech, and thank you for the work you do in evaluating the work that is done during the DEC. So we have a special learner with us who's also a winner, Evelyn, who's on screen, and Meg will be interpreting for us, and she'll give us a hi and also just tell us a bit about her experience with DEC as we come to the close of our session. So Evelyn.
Hello, my name is Evelyn Awar. That is her sign name. From Ebukuya School for the Deaf. eKitabu has been so good. How? For you? Thank you. We are happy. God bless you. You help how gifts you give us so good. To those who succeed, I have seen same schools, different. Thank you as you explain and talk. The information about school, we are happy. May God bless you. Same to the parents, the gifts, and the friends. All mass and the children, you help. The eKitabu, you are good. Thank you for the gifts. We are well and happy and well. Thank you.
Evelyn, congratulations. You have done a good job. This is her second year in participating in DEC and winning. So congratulations to Evelyn. We have Madam Elizabeth from Likoni on standby, also to Maini. I think you have our learner on camera who wanted to just say hi and say their thanks and how the participation for this event has been for them.
Hello, I'm Philip Karani from Likoni School for the Visually Impaired. I want to thank God for this opportunity. Secondly, I want to thank eKitabu for the opportunity they gave us to participate. Lastly, to all my teachers, thank you for the support. Now, allow me to pray. Heavenly Father, thank you for this far that you have brought us. Bless our country, Kenya. Bless eKitabu. Bless our teachers and our parents, and as the students. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Thank you very much for that sincere prayer, and we really appreciate the speech that you have given us and the thanks. So I want to invite Mercy Musyoki. She has been able to drive this. She's a managing manager at eKitabu, marketing manager. Sorry for that. and she's going to give a vote of thanks to the people who participated. She has done a lot of work. She's been reaching out to you. She's been sending emails and calling you. So thank you, Mercy, for the work you have been doing, and karibu sana to give the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Lillian, and thank you, everybody. Mine is just to say thank you to all the teachers. Thank you to all the students who made this happen. Without you guys, we do not have digital essay competition. And that means we do not even have a prize giving like this one. So asante sana to you first, and then to all our supporters, the French Embassy, APIF, KPL, the National Council for Persons with Disabilities, and every other person who has worked with us in the journey. We say asante sana. And also for the equitable management, I mean, Will, this is good. It's a good vision that you saw for all of us. You saw it even before we started. So thank you for that visionary. And for all the participants who have made this event a success, we say asante sana. And even for the people not even related to DEC, our partners, and they came so that we award the winners. Again, asante sana. So God bless you. We wish you a good time. And we look forward to having many more of these ceremonies in the future, of course, with your support, because we cannot do without you guys. And of course, a big thank you also to the Minister of Education, Madam Sheila, Mr. Fred Hager in his absentia. We really thank you for your support. Back to you, Lillian. Thank you.
So we have come to the tail end of our event. Just a few announcements. We will have the gifts distributed to the schools beginning January 2022. So expect a visit from my colleagues to be able to deliver the gifts and the scholarships in the schools. Secondly, we will have all the learners, winners, and finalists posted on our social media sites. So kindly go and check to see if your name is on the list and your participation as well. I think that is it on our end. We want to thank also to recognize Titus Diego from the NCW, from the National Council for Persons with Disabilities. Thank you for your presence. And we want to thank all the learners, all the parents who have been able to participate. Thank you to my co-host, Emilia. You have done an amazing job, and have a lovely evening.